Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As it is the defending champions, DC Defenders, taking on the St. Louis Battlehawks. As the game already started, sorry that was a little bit late. I was doing my workout and just finished it up. I finished about like 5 minutes ago, so that's why I was a little bit late. But we here, we live in this, we here. Now it is fourth down for St. Louis. The score is 4-0. Oh yeah, and guys, the DC Defenders kicker for the first time ever, more than 60 yards. DC has 4 points. Oh, and now, but can the Battlehawks do the same? Can the Battlehawks do the same? Can the Battlehawks do the same? Oh, this will be 58, so not 60, but it's close to it. Can St. Louis get down by 1? And the kick is good. So DC is up by 1. But yeah, so the score is 4-3. So with 5:38 to go in the first. In this DC St. Louis rematch of last year's semifinal championship game. So we will be right here and right back after the short break. As the score is now 4-3. DC up by 1 with 5:31 to go in the first. And the DC Defenders has the only team returning entire coaching staff. So 7 out of 8 teams has new coaching. So possible UFL Hall of Famer coaches in Skip Holtz and in Bob Stooks are not coaching this year. So, oh, the ball! Oh, did the ball fumble? Does St. Louis have it? And the ref says, but the ref's down. But St. Louis thinks that they have the ball. And they might. We are going to check replay. It was a running back, Jackson, holding on to the ball. Oh, that is very close. So, they officially ruled that his elbow was down before, just as the ball was coming out. The elbow was just down. So it's still DC's ball with 5:22 left in the first. So DC has 2nd and 13 because of the 5-yard penalty. But they do keep possession. So they're at their 31-yard line. 2nd and 13 for Ta'amu. That's it to the tight end, and it's caught for the first down. And that was Fairchild. Gain of 24. What a play by Jordan Ta'amu. Just finding the seam. And big run. And it's caught. Caught by Seth Williams. So it'll be 2nd and 3 with 4:15 to go in the first. I'm sorry, 2nd and 1. They give it to Jackson. Can Jackson find a hole? That'll be a gain of about 4. Also, they actually moved the ball up by 2. It was a 6-yard game. DC's going hurry up. Fake to Jackson. To Amu. He passed it to QT. And QT gets at least about 12. DC is almost in the red zone. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. They give it to Jackson. Jackson, he'll get at least about a gain of 2. Now, as we see the last night score, Birmingham won 15-13 against the newly incoming Louisville Kings. Birmingham's defense getting turnovers when it counted. They got turnovers from the 2-yard line. Got turnovers on an interception. Got turnovers on the first drive of Louisville's game. And Ta'amu gets sacked by the reigning UFL's Defensive Player of the Year, Pita Tapua. Pita. That is his second sack of the day for the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Who wants to see? Now it's third down for DC. Ta'amu throws deep, and it's caught by Seth Williams. He will be down at the 2-yard line with 2:05 to go in the first quarter. Ta'amu threaded the needle. Seth took a big hit. Jackson with a great block, and Williams with the catch. They do hurry up. Jackson, he'll get at least about one. So it'll be second and goal at the 1-yard line. With 1:40 to go in the first, second and goal. What a good job by Ta'amu on 3rd and 16. Finding Seth with the ball. Second and goal from the 1. They add 2 extra offensive linemen in there. They hand it off to Jackson. Jackson finds a hole, but there's a penalty on the play. Let's see if it's there. So the penalty was on the defense. So penalties declined. Touchdown, DC defenders. Deion Jackson. So that touchdown will stand. And the defending champions gets on the board. What a drive by Jordan Ta'amu and the DC defenders. Now, are they going to go for 1? Oh, no. They are going to go for 2, actually. They're going to go for 2. They fake it to Abram Smith. Can he find Seth Williams? He does it. So it will now be a 7-point game. Score, DC 10, St. Louis 3. We are back. DC up by 7. What can Birmingham do? Howard. Still on his feet. Dragged down. 1:08 left in the first. 29 yards. Now the head coaches are for St. Louis, former Rams wide receiver. The game-winning catch in the 1999 to 2000 NFC Championship game. Ricky Prohl is the coach of the Battlehawks. And Shane Harris is the head coach of the DC Defenders reigning champions. After last year, he was just an intern, but they made him a permanent head coach after they won a championship. Ricky Pro played 17 years in the NFL, so he's a really good veteran. He always kept his body in shape. 45 seconds left in the first. So second and I think about at least 7. So that was a gain of about at least 2 or 3 yards, as it is 33 seconds in the first quarter. They put Bo Jackson in motion. Silvers, Brandon gets tackled down! And that was DC's defender, Maxwell. Bo Jackson was open, but Silvers just didn't have enough time. But what a good end to the first quarter. DC up by 7. We'll be back after this. Quarter, 3rd and 16 for STL. What can they do here? Brandon Silvers put Bo Jackson in motion. Jackson has Drop some balls as they get stuffed. He dumped it off to Harris. That was the guy that returned a 29 yards kickoff return. And St. Louis will have to punt. What can QT do here? He slips the tackle, and he'll get at least about 5 to 12. First and 10 for DC. 4:10 left in the first half. They fake a handoff. He gives it to the tight end. He'll get about 1. So second and actually no gain. Actually 2 yards. We have an injured battlehawk player. As we step aside, we'll take a break. play for DC to Amu. He gets pressured. Who else? Puta. I'm sorry. Penta and Bentley gets the double sack. The reigning defensive player of the year is on fire right now. DC 30-14, 13-15. As DC takes a timeout. What keeps running to Amu do here? DC, he throws long, and it's intercepted! But there's a penalty on the play. There's a flag down in the vicinity of the 30. We got a flag down. Pass interference number 2 defense. Oh, so it won't be stand. It'll be pass interference on defense number 2. So it'll still be defensive ball in great field position. OJ Mother, what the call there? So as we will be back in about 30 seconds. So St. Louis challenge was successful. They went back upstairs to Dallas, and they said that it will be reversed. It will be reversed, and it'll be St. Louis ball. So the interception will stand. So first down, St. Louis. Good job by Ricky Pro seeing that. Don't forget, he is a former wide receiver. So really, he would have taken the penalty, but for his team, he knows. reigning MVP of the UFL championship, throws an interception. Now, St. Louis is still down by 7, with 12:46 to go. But the Battlehawks, they have no challenges for remainder of the game. So they have decided now, even if you win a challenge, you can't challenge anymore. So they changed their challenge rule, and that was a good sack by Key or Kids. That's a loss of 10, so second and 20. And DC has their second sack on the day. But UFL changed their ruling. If you win a challenge last year, you can challenge again. But now this year they changed it back into their rule. Now you can only challenge once. If, because I like it. I like that you can only challenge once because you can challenge anything on the field. So that's why they put it back to one. Second and 20 for Shivers. Back to that to Pearson. Pearson, the former Seattle Sea Dragon. And we see him on Donald De La Haye's YouTube videos. So we know him very well. In the first half. It is now 3rd and 5. 11:28 to go in the first half. Silver throws and incomplete. Intended for Bo Jackson. And DC defenders defense hold. And now they are going to punt. After St. Louis got the turnover, they can't do nothing with it. And that was Baker. St. Louis will punt again. The returner is Kiki QT. He bounces it and gets down. What a good play by number 29, Frisch of the Battlehawks special teams. We will be here and right back after this. DC's ball when we come back. And we are back. DC is still up by 7. They get the ball back. Even after the Battlehawks got the turnover. With 10:51 to go in the first half. What can DC do here? Ta'amu takes the snap. He fakes the handoff and incomplete. That was intended for Ty Scott. That is one of their best receivers from last season. Actually, that might be their only returning receiver from last season. This might be some new offense with some key returners coming back. 10:30 to go in the first half. Ta'amu, 6 of 8, 100 yards and 1 interception, but sacked 4 times. Second and 10, and that was intended for Ty Scott again. So Ta'amu passing it back to Ty Scott, their best wide receiver on the field, but just couldn't reel it in. Now it's 3rd and 10, with 10:10 to go in the first half. One second on the play clock, and DC takes their second timeout of the first half. We will be back in about 30 seconds. Third and 10 with 9:50 left in the first half. What can Ta'amu and his defenders do here? As it is 3rd and 10, they are way back. Ta'amu, he fakes the keeper. He gets off the defender, but still gets nowhere by Freesh. And their defense gets the stop. St. Louis will get the ball back after the punt. UFL Defensive Player of the Year, Pita Tabaluape. And he also had Travis Feeney on the interior. But the defenders will have to punt. Now it's 4 for 15. But there is a timeout from St. Louis. This is their second of the first half. 9:06 left in the first half. We are back, 4 for 15. DC punts it off, and that was almost blocked. And they give it to Freesh, and Freesh gets, I think, across the 50, so at the 51 with Less than 9 to go. And they hand it off. Oh, and his knee was touched. Lawless knee was touched. 2nd and 8 for the Battlehawks. Pizza Tavalua Penu got 2.5 sacks today, and all of them have been in the first half. He's trying to become a 2-time UFL Defensive Player of the Year, back-to-back. Gain of 6. 2nd and 4 with 8:25 to go in the first half. And they give it to Lawless. Lawless, he gets past the defender. He jumps up, and that's a first down. Gain of about 17. 8:10 to go in the first half. Silvers. He puts Pearson in motion. He gives it to Lawless. Lawless. He'll get a gain about at least pushing, and that'll be a gain about at least 3 to 4. So 2nd and 6 with 7:45 left in the first half.
Great visual wide. Great visual wide. Great visual wide.
So it's actually a gain of 2 as they give it to Lawless. Lawless misses the defender, and he'll get a no gain. So 3rd and 8 now. Sorry, a gain of 1. So that will be 3rd and 7. Third and 8. Silvers. He throws deep and incomplete. Any flag? No flag on the play, and they can't challenge for the rest of the game because they already used their challenge on defense. So, and they will take the field goal on the field. Oh, Brandon Silver should have passed it to Bo Jackson, but because since that Bo Jackson, he hasn't caught any balls, so he wanted to take the deep shot to the end zone. See, it looks like he couldn't trust Bo Jackson on that play. 45-yard attempt, and the kick is no good. DC pressures the kicker, and the ball gets nowhere. DC still remains a 7-point game in the first half. Don't forget, this is only week 1, so I get that a few players are gonna be rusty. So this isn't supposed to be a good match, but here are the impactful players. Deion Jackson, 9 rushes, 26 yards, a touchdown. Jordan Ta'amu, 6 of 9, 100 yards and 1 interception. And Pizza Tuopenu, 2.5 sacks. Those are the impactful players so far in the first half. Give it to Jackson. Jackson get at least about 3.
I take the over. What you said about Frank Price earlier, a couple of matchups between these teams a year ago, and they were proud to get to a win. There's only one question in all those games.
Second and 6 for DC. 5:25 left in the first half. Ta'amu does the alert signal. Ta'amu in the pocket. He's now being chased. Can he get to the edge? And he'll get about at least 3. So 3rd and 3 with 5:13 left in the first half. Now Pizza was in pursuit. He flushed him out of the pocket. Ta'amu, he didn't have enough blockers, so he just went out of bounds. Oh, sorry, that was actually a gain of 4. So it'll actually be 3rd and 2. Ta'amu on 4th downs is 1 of 2, 24 yards and 1 interception because of that challenge from St. Louis. They give it to Jackson. Can Jackson get that? It's a gain of 1, so it's going to be 4th and 1 with 4:35 left in the first half. And DC will go for it. If I'm DC, I do a fake keeper. A fake keeper and then pass it to Seth Williams to the left. Oh! He's doing a snap count. I'm trying to do it one more time. You already done 3 snap counts. Oh, and DC, they're not going for it. They said not, and they'll take the field goal. Nope, they will actually punt it because they can't do field goal range because they're not across the 50. And that is Fresh again. Fresh misses the defender, but gets tackled down. And that was by Smith from DC's kicking team. And tomorrow we will be doing the Columbus Aviators at the Orlando Storm. We will get to see the 2 new franchises in prime time at 8 Eastern on RJN Next Play Network. Before we wanted to go until halftime, Silvers, he passes it to Kiki Chisholm. Oh wait, no. Not Chisholm, Darby, sorry. Chisholm is on either the Orlando Storm. That's my bad. Either on the Storm or on the Gamblers. And we'll do the Houston Gamblers and the Dallas Renegades at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I think that'll be about an hour after this game ends. As Silvers passes it to Pearson. Pearson has a block, and he'll get about 5. 2nd and 5 with 3:03 left in the first half.
One timeout remaining. St. Louis also with a timeout remaining.
Brandon Silver, 7 of 13 and only 59 yards, 2:45 left. Second and 4. Silvers. He throws a deep one. It is. Oh my God! Fumbled by Darby. Third and 4 with 2:35 left in the first half. Dang, St. Louis receivers has had a couple of jobs, and Ricky Crow, he's not going to be happy about that because he is a receiver himself. But what a great job by Baker on the defensive end. You can't keep going into their best corner in Baker. 2:08 left in the first half. Third and 4 for Silvers, and it's caught. Oh my God! Could that be a touchdown? He has a blocker! Can he get the edge? Touchdown! Wait, no, he's tackled at the 1-yard line. But that was a good play, but there's a penalty on the play by Jennings. Oh, it is a roughing the passer on defense. So it'll be first and 10 St. Louis. This is the 2-minute warning, and we will be back after the short break. What a play by St. Louis from Silvers to Jennings. The final two with 1:51 to go in the first half. First and goal for St. Louis. Can they get on the board here after the catch by Jerry Jennings Jr. for a gain of 64 yards from Silvers to Gary? First and goal. Howard is in the backfield. They give it to Howard. Pushing. And he doesn't get there. It will be second and goal for St. Louis. Don't forget, this drive started at the 15 or at the 14. Gives Howard again, and he gets stuffed.
can tell there's no respect for the legs of Brandon Silvers. Now it sounds like St. Louis is going to try to put it in the air and get this thing in the end zone.
40 seconds left in the first half. Third and goal from at least from about the 4. Silvers gets down. St. Louis did this badly. They did this badly.
Gary, that's what I was going to ask Mike Pereira. St. Louis would benefit by this being like, well, Mike, can they challenge a ball start and say, hey, our ball start on us? Let's get it third down. They cannot. They can only challenge live ball situations. They can't challenge dead ball situations, especially third that will benefit them. So that is nothing that they can challenge, nothing that I can review. As a result, 27-yard field goal attempt.
And the field goal kick is good. And that will be the halftime. DC 10, St. Louis 6. See that in 12 to 15 minutes, or perhaps 20 to 30 because of the halftime show. So, yeah, we'll just be back around those times. This is halftime releases. Be back.
6-2.
Alright, we are back for the second half as they handed off to Jackson and he got the first down, and now they do hurry up into Amu runs for a gain of 1, but there's a penalty down. This is the second half. DC is up by 4.
And it didn't seem like Seth Williams, the receiver that Jordan Thompson was looking for. It didn't seem like he got the call. That was an RPO. He's out there blocking the
St. Louis missed a big opportunity. DC, they still have that challenge left.
As a receiver here, I feel like the PO is the part that you want to hear the most.
Now it'll be first and 20 for DC. Ta'amu throws, and it's intercepted by St. Louis. That was by Miles Sims. St. Louis gets another turnover by the reigning UFL defending champions and UFL's championship game MVP in Jordan Ta'amu. A former XFL MVP in Jordan Ta'amu. Now it is Kaka with the St. Louis Battlehawks. They get the turnover. Now, imagine if this game was a tie game, then the Battlehawks would have had a chance to take a really big way in taking the lead. But this is still a very big way. They got 2 interceptions in this clock. Note that it's incomplete, intended for Pearson, so 2nd and 10 with 14 minutes left to go in the third quarter by Miles Sims.
I went through my progression, my reads. That's all I had to see. Quarterback gave me my keys. He put it up there and I went and got it. That's how you make plays. You gotta keep going. You guys were really close on big plays multiple times today. Was that an emphasis coming in or game plan? That's the standard. We playmakers, we make plays. Going to get around that play.
Silvers in the pocket. Silvers is going to run, and he gets at least a gain of 1. So 3rd and 9. It's 13:23 to go in the third.
This is an interesting situation because if St. Louis gains 6 yards, they're now at the 50-yard line and they have to go for it on 4th down. That's one of the new rules.
Silvers, 3rd and 9. He throws, and it's incomplete. Now, St. Louis gets a turnover on defense, but again, does nothing with it. So they are going to punt. Oh! He might have touched it! He might have touched it!
We'll have to wait and see.
It might have hit the DC defender player.
If that's the case, it's enough. Still sorting it out down there. Continuous movement there on the 36-yard punt. And there's a look at basketball, the guy that it went off of. 1st and 10 for Coach Harris's squad when we come back.
Looks like they're going to decide to see if it's St. Louis ball or DC's ball. But we'll be back after this.
Magic ticket from $109 per day plus tax. All of his teeth are wisdom teeth. He's allowed to swim right after eating. He can always detect sarcasm in text messages. He is still the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Stay thirsty.
Imagine if could become fresh sheet wheat.
No game by Jordan Williams.
To the right, you can really see someone setting out to stop that running first down. It'll be second down and 10.
Jordan to Amu. Second and 10. He scrambles right, and he gets sacked. That was Linton.
It's a rollout watch. Guys, Steve Linton fights through to get this sack. The first contacts the offensive tackle, they get up the running back. And it's really a comfort sack because on that rollout, Jordan Amu should have somebody to go to throw the ball. There's nobody there, nobody open. Sets up a 3rd and 20, and St. Louis has an opportunity to get off the field and give their offense great field position.
Now it's 3rd and 20 with 11 minutes to go in the third, but there's a penalty on the play. Oh, it's actually 3rd and 25. It's a 5-yard penalty on the offense. And it's dropped by Seth Williams. It'll be now 4th and 25. And the Battlehawks get a big stop on the defense. And now DC will have to punt in a huge territory, so backed up. And that was a good putt. And, oh, he's still on his feet. He gets across the 50 by Frisch. If he would have slipped that tackle, he would have been gone. The NFL draft is it about 25, 26 days. It'll be on ABC, ESPN, NFL Network, ESPN Deportes, Disney, Hulu, and obviously ESPN1. Presented by Bud Light. It'll be in Pittsburgh.
We know it's going to be Fernando Mendoza at 1. The question is, who goes second? David Bailey out of Texas Tech getting a lot of hype. Arvell Reese, I don't think you can count him out because of everything that he can do.
Silvers, he passes it to Pearson, and it'll be a loss of at least about 3-4 by Conley. So 2nd and 13, tackled by Conley.
Another one of those DC corners that was drafted in the first round. Conley out of Ohio State was on that 2014 National Championship team. First round pick in 2017 by Oakland, making a big impact play on first down.
So Conley was actually a first-round pick by the Raiders. He was on a national championship team by Ohio State, drafted in 2017. Passes it to Lawless. Could that be a touchdown? No, but a great play by the running back Lawless. Casey Rogers from the DC Defenders might have just saved the touchdown. Silvers to Lawless. What a good job by Silvers. That was a 43-yard reception by Kayvon Lawless. Oh, there's a penalty. It'll be on the offense. Silvers, he passes it, and it's caught by the tight end for a touchdown! Tyler Neville, touchdown, St. Louis, and the battlehawks take the lead. A 10-yard reception by Tyler Neville, touchdown, St. Louis. What a drive! And what a defense. 3 plays, 46 yards, in a minute and 57 seconds. Even though that they should be up by 6 right now. But because of their offense at the end of the first half. But they will go for a 1-point conversion. Kick is up. And it's good. So St. Louis now up by 3 with 8:02 to go in the third. Okay, St. Louis, catch and run. 8:02 left in the third. We will be here right back after this. First St. Louis touchdown of 2026 in the UFL. Be right back after this.
My treat today.
The DC do here. 7:55 left in the third.
Unable to get it in the red zone and fixing and rectifying it there. He was set up by us not being able to get the ball. Things rankled him, and it's not going to annoy him all week long. St. Louis with the lead.
To Amo. Passes it to Scott, and Scott gets out of bounds.
On 2nd and 5, they keep it on the ground with Deion Jackson.
Jackson.
Great second effort. Sets up a 3rd and short. As a result, spun out of traffic to pick up about 3 on the play. It's not the same thing that just ran, just going the other way. Layden was inside zone to the left, and Rod could be inside zone to the right.
He fakes the run, and he'll get the first down on the 3rd and 2. The 5-yard and 6-yard run by Ta'amu. 7:10 to go in the third.
Defensive end, Travis Speedy crashes down. Jordan Ta'amu doesn't pull it off and pulls the ball and is able to get the first down.
First and 10 by Ta'amu, and he gets sacked by Sean Fresh. He's doing everything on special teams, on defense. He's doing everything on the field because he wants this opportunity. Wow. St. Louis has 7 sacks on Ta'amu on the day, with 6 15 left in the third. 2nd and 16. He gives it to Deion Jackson. But that'll be a gain of 2, so 3rd and 14. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter.
The defenders once they hit midfield and cross it, they can't puck. For the battlehawks, he is out for the rest of the game with the knee.
We talked to the guys about these types of situations. You mentioned maybe taking a shot here because you don't want a
3rd and 14. Ta'amu. The pocket. And it's caught by Seth Williams. That was a rush hour traffic move. Ta'amu. Putting in the pocket. Ta'amu fakes the run. He throws. Oh my God! That could have been a one-handed pick. In the UFL, now you officially only need 1 foot in bounds. It's just like college. Ooh, that was a close because Ta'amu, he was trying to get a penalty. That could have been his 3rd interception on the day. 2nd and 10 with 5 minutes left to go in the third.
Last time we had that low work called Roger. Ended up being a keeper by Jordan Tomlin on his own read.
Ta'amu, he fakes the keeper. He'll run it, but that'll be only for about a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Oh, sorry, that was a gain about 2. So 3rd and 8. 4:30 left in the third. Third and 8. Ta'amu. He passes it to Deion Jackson. Jackson can't get nowhere. By Ojabuda. Now DC will have to kick a field goal. But this field goal, it could be a 60-yarder, so they could take the lead by 1 point again. Oh, wait. No, it won't. It'll be a 55-yarder because he got a 1 yard. This is a long 3. Can he get the 3? Will it be a tie game? And it's good! Oh, no good! It hit the doink! It hit the crossbar! St. Louis still leads by 3. Whoa. Ooh. Barely off the upright.
Much distance on that. More than enough. And Ricky Pearl, just if you didn't already know, it's no good.
Now it'll be first down for St. Louis. They put Bo Jackson in motion. They have Howard in the backfield. Silvers, he passes it to Howard. Can Howard get shaking and baking for only about a gain of maybe about 3? So 2nd and 7 with 3:20 to go in the third and counting.
Social media said, the DC social media said, we're ready to reclaim what's ours tomorrow. This was yesterday. And it said, taking on the St. Louis Battle Chickens.
It's very disrespectful. Chicken are flightless birds.
Hey.
And you've got the hawks, which are high-flying birds.
Hey, it's not me saying it's social media.
Give it to Howard. Howard gets a gain about maybe like 2 or 3. She'll 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4. But the DCs, I saw this yesterday on their social media team. They said, we're ready to claim for what's ours because we won the championship on a Battlehawks field. So we're going to beat the St. Louis Chickens. They said Battle Chickens. That is kind of a little bit the disrespect, but now they're up by 3. Number 4, Shade Harrison. And it's a catch. First down. Good for 9 for St. Louis. First down. Kaká.
Silver just starts over here and then works back this way. Nice job of settling in the hole by James Bostic as well. Get the first down.
On that side of the offensive line, did a good job sort of sorting out a little bit of a bait twist off the left edge as well. The Tulas in the backfield.
He gives it to Lawless. He gives it to Kayvon, and it'll be a gain of maybe about 2. So 2nd and 8.
Jacobs making the tackle on the 2-yard gain. Jacobs and Brandon Smith, kind of a talented linebackers for the defenders.
You got. Next sister go there. Hey, trick right up. 860. I want it. What is this trick? Finger.
St. Louis in an empty formation. 5 receivers.
Silvers. Pass it to Jackson, and Jackson gets hit hard. Gain of at least 4 with 1 minute and 1 counting left in the third.
Very quickly. But Silver sees the route and just hooks up and drives this ball before Thompson's able to get there, fits it in a very small window.
Actually, a gain of 6, so this will most likely be the last play in the third quarter. But will it be a deep ball? I see Jennings.
Blake Jackson in the backfield, number 8.
I see Jennings. Oh, it is caught by Lawless. Can he get the stiff arm? Oh, that'll be a gain of 1. So it'll be forfeit short for the Kaká loss. No punts allowed inside of 50. So, are they going to try and do it quick? Oh, I think they got him. No?
Or not.
So it'll be 4th and 1. This is the end of the third quarter. St. Louis up by 3. We'll be back. This is the final 15. This is the final 15 of this football game. It's 4th and 1. And they want to be aggressive here, so they're going to go for it. Fourth and 1. Can the Cacars get it down? And they run it, and he will get the first down. Howard still on his feet, keeps driving. That'll be a gain of about at least 15 to 18. And that will be 14 yards by Howard.
Open up the hole, and then the running back got all Florida State to create a big play in that momentum that Ricky Ball was talking about. It's all getting downhill. Marshawn Lynch, I'm going to run through your face. No pets, nothing. Downhill, baby.
They give it to Howard again. Howard, he almost found the hole. He's still driving. That's a gain about 7, but there's a flag on the play. This was the unnecessary roughness on Gray Russo. Or, sorry, not Russo, Robertson. Personal foul on defense, so this is going to move the ball now in the red zone officially.
Watch this interaction right in the middle of your screen. Tyler Neville gets close, and then the Oscar goes to. There's a little bit there. There's a little bit there from Darren Robertson. He does have his hands up in the face of Tyler Neville, of course. But as Cole said, that's a great set. Michael B. Jordan would have had a little competition there for best out. No doubt. Jordan Howard again.
Now they give. Now they give it to Harris.
310 yards last night. Last year's 3 touchdowns, got 2. Second and goal coming up.
Jay Smith mentioned in that interview with Cole earlier, they set up that other touchdown by the overconfidence of DC thinking they could stop. Last time we got that Denver punch, little handoff to the right side.
They give it to Harris. Can Harris get in? No. It'll be at the 2-yard line. So 3rd and goal with 13:10 to go.
A lot about the backs, the O-line, the short yardage situation we're seeing on this drive. Tyler Neville has really become a big part of it. Split zone, where you run the ball to the right, he comes across to the left. It was a big part of how they converted the 4th and 1, and while they've had success in a couple of other runs on this drive, keep an eye on 81 and what he does for the offense in this backfield.
Unsung hero can also slip the tight end out on that split zone too, and all play action.
They hand it off, but it gets nowhere for the 3rd straight time.
Robertson and Brandon Smith got Harris.
Right up the middle. Brandon Smith's got a great time on the snap. The offensive line's not able to react. I think you're looking at that if you're St. Louis and saying we got to bury the snap count there because it felt like Brandon Smith had a beat on it, created the negative play. Once again, an inside the 10-yard opportunity is going to end in a field goal attempt for St. Louis. Nice job by Blake Williams' defense.
Struggling again in the red zone if you're St. Louis.
They have to stop running the ball in the red zone because you can't run the ball in the red zone against the DC defenders unless if you're so close at the 1-yard line.
Give the whole team a 6-point lead.
6-point lead with 12 minutes to go in the game. We will be back after this. St. Louis with the lead as we will return.
75% more scrubbing power.
Back. St. Louis ready to kick off with DC with 12 minutes to go in the game. And DC will return. It's Valdick. Can Valdick find the hole? He's past the 40 and almost close to the 45, but there's a penalty on the play. He's holding on number 60 during the return. So DC will have to start in worse field position again.
So we're going to bring back that 45-yard return. And coming up today, the Women's Sweet 16 continues with Oklahoma facing number 1 seed South Carolina at 5 Eastern. We cap the day with Cinderella, Virginia, and TCU at 7:30. Don Staley looking for another national championship, the Hall of Famer, the best coach in the biz.
The South Carolina team's been an absolute wagon in this tournament so far. Feels like they're on a collision course with UConn.
Yeah.
That's the game we're all looking forward to. But they're going to get
All right, they hand it off to Deion Jackson. Jackson gets a gain about at least 3.
Jackson, I just turn on the TV to see what Don Staley, what kind of Balenciaga, and what kind of Gucci, or what kind of Louis Vuitton she's wearing. That's what's up.
So 2nd and 6, gain of 4. 11:30 to go in the game.
Expensive resume, too.
Mark and Don Stanley shop in the same store, so.
Hand it off to Jackson again, and he'll get a gain about 4 again. So 3rd and 2 with 11:15 to go.
Defenders offense get on track now. I mean, they had the opening drive, but outside of that, not much.
I think finding ways to run the ball. we come back to it consistently. On this drive, a couple of nice runs. Get to the point where it's third and long. Not can convert. Jordan Thomas' legs been here too.
They're going to keep it on the ground.
They give it to Jackson, and Jackson gets one, but he's going to be short.
We're going to mark it short of the first down. They're about the 29.5. J.J. Thomas making the tackle.
See how close he gets. Jackson puts his head down. It does appear, yeah, that ball is short when it goes down. Let's score.
And UFL has their own true line, which the NFL has took two rules by the UFL this year: their true line and their their kickoff rule. But DC will punt with 10 minutes left in the game. It looks like DC trusts their defense a lot for them to do this. Freesh, he'll get tackled down at the 33.
On the 49-yard punt. Time out on the field. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Timeout. We will be right here, right back after the commercial break. St. Louis with the ball as we are less than 10 minutes away from declaring our winner. missed the ball. Gary Jennings, if you would have caught that, that could have been to the house as well because it was all wide receivers. All of the wide receivers were spread out.
Roddy, our over is on life support, mostly due to the fact that St. Louis has really struggled to punch the ball in when they've been near the goal line. We were talking to Coach Blake Williams about the stop they've gotten there. But when Matt McCray missed that field goal down 13-10 and St. Louis got the ball back, they became a favorite on the live line for the first time. That's now jumped up to a 5.5-point favorite. Remember before this game
started? All right, now they give it to Howard. Get Howard! And he'll get at least about 9. So it'll be 3rd and 1 with 9:15 to go in the game.
Tyler, 9-yard gain on the play by St. Louis.
Tyler, I'm not giving up hope on our over. I'm not giving up hope. St. Louis has been able to move the ball and punch it in the end zone when they get down there. Maybe we get a response from DC. Not giving up yet.
Third and 1.
And Silver's on the keep, and he'll get the first down.
Well, that was today's update by DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings is the official sports betting partner of the UFL, and new customers get $5 and get $200 in their bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use promo code UFL when you sign up.
Silvers, he gives it to Howard. Howard bounce off tackles, but that's a loss of 1.
Tackled by Anderson.
I can't do that. That's illegal. I can't do that. They can't do that. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. What is illegal? This was illegal. I can't do quarterback.
Shane Harris really passionate about something.
2nd and 10. Silvers throws the deep ball in. It's almost caught, but incomplete. 3rd and 10 with 7:31 to go in the game.
I thought it was a regular quarterback sneak. There's no one pushing Brandon Silvers forward. That's just a quarterback sneak. It's not a tush push. There's nobody behind him. The left tackle is a little slow off the ball. But it's illegal to aid a runner in going forward. But a quarterback sneak?
Yeah.
You can do that.
Patrick Garage, that left tackle's the only thing he could have seen right with you. Maybe he looked like he could have piggybacked on the guard to get an extra push, but otherwise, nothing nefarious at all. I didn't see much there. They say 3rd and 10 first. No. That's what they said. Yeah, that's one of the rules this year. The UFL, no tush push allowed. Well, tomorrow night, the final UFL kickoff weekend matchup. It's the debut of the Columbus Aviators taking on the Orlando Storm at 8 Eastern time right here on ESPN and the ESPN app. Orlando, one of the new franchises.
Mark, again, we're in this situation. We're in this area. It's 3rd and 10 from the minus 47. If you gain 4 yards, you're now 4th and 6 from the plus 49, and you can't punt. 4th and 6 is not a high percentage down when it comes to conversions. So for the battlehawks, the worst thing you can do is gain just over 4 yards. You want to either get the first down or get close to the first down, or have something that keeps you on the backside of the picture so you can punt.
Coach Ricky Kroll having a conversation with the Rooster.
Third and 10. 7 minutes left.
Game for these teams, whether you win or not, and so sets up the 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 7:04 to go.
3rd and 10. And the ball is tipped and incomplete.
So the defender's defense will get off the field. Fourth down coming up, Casey Rogers deflected that pass.
It sounded like some of the confusion, guys, was that because the Battlehawks won the previous challenge, that they would have another between the staff down on the sideline. Obviously, that incompletion made it a better outcome than catching the ball where the receiver was. It was all about the plus 48-yard line, which would have set up a 4th and 5 without the ability to punt.
And St. Louis punts it. And by QT. QT gets tagged
Brought down inside the 15.
inside the 15. That was Gary Jennings with the drop ball on that drive. Oh, face mask on a kicking team by Jennings. It'll be DC ball first down. So it'll be face mask on DC.
Energy from Ricky Prohl you see throughout this game, and his first game as a head coach. And it's kind of emblematic of the passion, energy that everyone in this league plays with, and the passion and the energy around this league right now.
He's a hero in this town, has one of the biggest catches in St. Louis Rams football history.
Ta'amu.
Defenders 96
Ta'amu, he's 100 yards, 99 yards away from the end zone, and they'll get at least about a gain of 1. So 6:20 left. But we have an injury on the play.
St. Louis football history, the result of this catch in the NFC Championship game in 1999. Down the sidelines, Ronnie, for the score. Look at that.
That's just a great one-on-one. Kurt Warner to Ricky Prohl, the old school jerseys. Football doesn't get any better than that. What a play in that NFC Championship game.
2nd and 8 with 6:20 left to go.
That team had.
It really underscores just what great sports town St. Louis is in the UFL well position. 2nd and 8 coming up. We have a clear down in the field for the defenders. This is one of my eight. Out of Missouri, the starting center. If he's going to come out of the game for a play or two, Ronnie, that's a delicate position to have to sub somebody in.
Very delicate. The interior of that offensive line just struggled in the first half. It's been rolled up on very impressively. It's a terrible feeling for an offensive lineman. He's walking off the field. You hope he's going to be okay. But this offensive line's been much better.
And that was the center. He was named 2021 All SEC member, All Team of the Year. So that's a big player. 2nd and 8. St. Louis fans are starting to get loud. They're starting to get loud now. 6 minutes left. 2nd and 8. What can Ta'amu and the defenders do here? He fakes the run. Ta'amu, he's pressured. He's still, and he gets down. It was by A.J. Thomas.
It's a max protect. It's just a two-man route. Everybody else is blocking. There's absolutely nobody open. Cover 4, you got both safeties deep. You got both corners back there. Ta'amu tries to get something, but he's not able to. The question's going to be, where is Peter? The boy Paynu. Looks like he's
3rd down and 7. You need to watch Pita Paynu. 5:25 left. 1 second left on the play clock. They get the snap off. No, they do not. Delay of game. Offense. Oh, The UFL defending champions are in trouble.
was so excited about his receivers going into the game, but to be honest, they haven't come up with the requisite plays yet.
Well, it was 7 first downs in the first quarter from this DC offense, only 2 in the last 2.5 quarters. So what they do with Delary Bader, once again lined up in the interior of the offensive line. You said, Cole, why not? Challenge. Did you say?
Here's to Abu. They're coming in the end zone and it's incomplete. 4th and 10.
From the shadows of their own goalposts, Harris with pressure off the edge.
He had to throw right away. If he throws it right now, the receiver's coming out of his break, but there's a window there. Once he hesitated on that, everything was gone. Just has to throw it out of bounds. And again, St. Louis should get pretty good field position. It's this battlehawks defense. I feel like they might be the MVPs of the game so far with their ability to get after Tamu and then settle down in the second half.
And they will punt for the 3rd time back in the end zone. And he gets it off, but there's a penalty on the play. Can Freese return it all the way? He'll get at least to the 35, but there is a penalty on the play.
Sitting on the line, 36. He did move up. Well, I don't know if you told me that was back here. Did your guy move up or was he in the back zone? You had your end on. Okay, so no flash. No flag. First down, St. Louis. After discussion, there is no foul on the play. First down, St. Louis.
Not that kind of access.
Pretty generous about that because it did look like their guy was off the line.
Hey, this is our NBA Saturday matchup. Eastern Conference leading Pistons.
So the Pistons takes on the Timberwolves. That's going to be a good matchup. And that will be on as soon as the Gamblers and Dallas Renegades comes on or comes off.
He's my vote for coach of the year. Playing with our kid coming out the best player right now. And more than just trading water. So
Lost in that discussion with the referees. To simply have 10 guys on the field on a crucial back-to punt, they got the punt off.
yeah.
But this.
Ooh, almost a face mask there. Lawless came on. Lawless gets at least a gain about 5 or 6.
DC with 2 timeouts remaining. Down by 6.
With 4:06 left to go in the game. 2nd and 4. We're close to the 2-minute warning. St. Louis has 3 timeouts. DC has 2. Give on it. Okay, gain. Maybe a gain of 1. So 3rd and 3.
Defenders need to get off the field here.
It's just off the left side of the offensive line. Joe Wallace is able to get pressure. Just bring the runner down. And those were 2 runs that I'm not super players, but he's catching it.
That was a game of 2, so 3rd and 2.
Being able to run the football doesn't necessarily mean getting 2 yards every play. Just means keep you on schedule. Just bring it up.
Very manageable 3rd and 2. And St. Louis going to call the timeout. 3:16 to go. Let's go downstairs to Cole.
Guys, I got Battlehawks defensive lineman Jamon Harris. You have been to the backfield the entire day. You told me before the game. Peter told me, watch my guys inside. What's been the secret to them?
Hey, man, first of all, I want to give all glory to God. But the secret is just us working together.
Oh, yeah. Damon Harris. He is a former Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl 54 champion. He played 4 games with Kansas City, and he won Super Bowl 54 with them. So, he's a former Chiefs player, so I respect that.
Really? All that trash talk that I've been hearing, in between heaven and running my mouth, cussing at these guys, and you're going to give me that G-rated answer right there?
Third and 2, and they give it to Lawless. Lawless gets the first down.
defensive line has done a great job for the home team to really hold it down. 3 minutes to go. Ricky Poston in position.
Battlehawks pitching a shutout the last 2 quarters and 13 minutes, so approaching 3 quarters. But if this defense is able to come up with a stop, DC has 2 timeouts, the 2-minute timeout coming up. Even if St. Louis were to make a field goal, it's still a 1-score game with a touchdown and a 3-point.
What can St. Louis do here? They give it to Howard. They give it to Howard. Howard hurdles. And he'll get the first down out of bounds.
There's no way the defenders can give up a touchdown on this run.
You can't lose it tight either if you're the corner. Give it up the edge. You have to follow everything back inside. That's what
And he was in bounds. So this will be the 2-minute warning. Okay, so they do have to snap it before the 2-minute warning.
They keep it on the ground again, Latulis. Picked up 2 on the play, and we hit the 2-minute warning.
This is the 2-minute warning. We will be right here and right back after this. St. Louis up by 6. This is the 2-minute warning. Be back after this.
$9.99. Best deal ever.
The final 2 minutes.
Who lead with the ball right now, with under 2 minutes to go. Ricky Poland is coaching debut. Here's head coach of the Battlehawks.
St. Louis has outscored DC 10-0 since Nelly performed. So I think the home guy from St. Louis turned the tide. But look, if DC's able to hold St. Louis to a field goal, down 9 points, it's still a 1-score game in the UFL because there is the option for a three-point conversion attempt from the 8-yard line. So the next two plays are huge to this DC defense.
Second and 8. DC has 2 timeouts. Oh, penalty on the play. Oh, some chippiness in the final 2 minutes.
Offside. Defense number 50, line up in the neutral zone.
That's unacceptable now in this scenario. If you had stopped for a 2-yard loss, there's going to be 3rd and long.
It was about to be 3rd and long, but Robinson got in the neutral zone, so it'll be 2nd and about 3.
DC defenders calling a timeout. Let's go, win! Let's go! Not sure how much of that you heard from Blake Williams, but it was laced with inventive insinuations about his team.
The chippiness. They want one of their defensive players out of the game, but if St. Louis can get the first down, the game could be over. And he's short. Now DC takes their second timeout.
DC just had to spend its last timeout, its final timeout. So St. Louis isn't going to be able, with a run here, whether they get the first down or not, if they get the first down, the game's over. But if they don't get the first down, they're going to run the clock down close to a minute and make it very tough on DC after a field goal there.
With no timeouts remaining.
Or if they're ready to roll.
You guys on this DC defense are absolutely going at it right now. Bryce Thompson and Derek Roberson going at each other in the back of the huddle to the point where the D coordinator had to come all the way out onto the field to try to separate them from each other.
That's what Blake Williams was referring to.
Oh, now you see Robertson and Thompson going at it. It's 3rd and 2. DC has 1 timeout left.
One score game either way. If you're going to get stopped here on 3rd down, but getting the first down is going to be the number 1 priority.
Here we go. 3rd and 2.
And they got him.
Defenders jumping on sides. Defense. Just alluded to a moment ago.
That's what that coach was just talking about. And it's one of the guys, Blake Williams, had to separate. And honestly, it sounded like in the break, when we were listening to him, said, walking out of the game.
Wow.
There's no GT. There's a BT. It
wasn't just that last play. It's been the last 3 or 4 plays.
Now the game's effectively over.
Now the game is officially over. St. Louis can officially take these.
Defenders losing their composure down the stretch.
Think about this, the sequence. With the 2nd down and long, when they stopped St. Louis for a negative 2 yards. But Derek Robertson was lined up in the neutral zone. It gave St. Louis an extra play. It gave them 5 yards. And then a neutral zone infraction ends up being the deciding factor. This on the backs of an earlier punt where they had 10 guys on the field. Shannon Harris has got to clean up the controllable mistakes.
It became unraveled at the end for the reigning champions. No timeouts remaining for the DC defenders. Harris. Clock running with under a minute to go.
And the reigning UFL champions get, if they call their chickens, well, I can officially say it after this play. The final knee, Kaka, is the law. Defense.
Victory formation coming up for the battlehawks.
With the clock, the play clock and the game clock, they're going to have to stop it again. It's everywhere on the field.
Oh, and the St. Louis Battlehawks won 11 of their last 12 regular season games, and they win.
The season ago in the UFL semifinals.
The takeaway for this game for the Battlehawks, that defensive line was ferocious.
It's the Battlehawks. Get the job done. Kaka is the law. Kaka is the law. And Kaka is the law. Bam. Bam. M. Bam. STL gets the job done. Ricky Pro, you won your first game as a head coach. So give him a big round of applause. He deserves that. He deserves that, no matter what. You know, there was a lot of chippiness in this game, but this was a rivalry game. This is a rivalry between these two teams. This is a rivalry. This is a rivalry between St. Louis and Washington, D.C. This is a rivalry, baby. Yeah. But Kaka is the law. And the player of the game was Peter Talapenu. 2.5 sacks all in the first half. Getting to almost pressuring him. They allowed 7 sacks or 8 sacks on him the whole day. That is why they say that defense wins championships. Championship game wasn't today, but they are one step closer. Or maybe they have more weeks coming.
Hey, football is a team sport, and it takes every single one of us to make plays. So they show up today, So I was just, I do my job as a leader, So I lit, and then I told him, hey, if you don't know how to play hard, watch me. Just follow me, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. So we have a great coach like Coach Kanina. The D-line rules, he put us in a good situation to make plays. So yeah, I see you line up inside. He was in a zero technique right over the center. Talk about the movement of the defensive line that you're able to do this year, something you probably haven't done in your past.
Oh yeah, so basically, like when you start beating offensive line, now they start sliding hard to my side with the chip. So now we came out with a way to like try to make them 5-0 protection by putting me on a 0. Now I can go either way, you know. So they keep the playing field like even. So yeah.
Congrats, man. Good win, too.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Go battlehawks.
The victors know the spoils.
Caw is the law. This is truly RJ at Sports. We will be doing the UFL Texas Showdown. We will be doing the Texas Showdown as soon as in about an hour or so. But Caw is the law. This is truly RJN Next Play Network. Thank you so much for joining, and don't forget to tune in the next play.